I have a brand new post-run mobility sequence you are going to love. So you've just gotten back from your run and you're within that sort of 20-minute window of finishing your jog or your session, and it's the perfect time to mobilize your hips, your feet, your spine, your hamstrings, which means you'll be able to bounce back for your next session faster, quickly, and more efficiently. So all you need is yourself, a little bit of space. You can just use your mat, you can use a patch of grass, wherever you may be. And we're actually gonna start this one in a kneeling position here. So just widening through your knees, and we'll start with a bit of a spinal mobility, move on to the feet, the hips, and the ankles. So from here, take your hands behind your head. The elbows are gonna go nice and wide, just relaxing through your shoulders. Just look up towards the ceiling, peel your shoulders back, so you end up in a bit of a rounded position when you run. So we're just gonna open up through the chest, and then from here, exaggerate, elbows in towards your nose, tuck your chin all the way in towards your chest. We're just gonna go 3 little roll down, so your elbows get low, and then pushing up through your knees, open up through your elbows, look up towards the ceiling, pull your elbows back, open up through the chest. And let's go 2 more just like this. So you're just practicing that nice, slow spinal articulation. Your spine gets a fair amount of impact as you run. So we're just trying to mobilize that vertebra by vertebra, segmentally, and just getting a little bit of space too between the collarbones through the chest. Let's go for 1 more here. Opening up through the neck, the shoulders, before we start to get deeper into that lower limb, the hips, the hamstrings, the feet. Finishing off this very last one, supporting the weight of the head in your hands. And then from here, hands by your sides, roll out through your shoulders, square up through your knees, take your right foot forwards, hands to your hips, and not taking your foot too far forwards. We're gonna work through foot mobility here. So keeping your hips square, start to push your right knee all the way forwards, mobilizing through the front of the ankle joint, but also through that left hip flexor. And then slowly coming all the way back. Let's go again. So you're pushing your knee all the way forwards. If your heel starts to lift, you've gone too far. You want to get that dorsiflexion range back in your feet, your ankles, and also open up through the hip. And we'll go for 1 more here, but we'll start to add a little bit of retraction into a hamstring stretch. So you're going forwards here to hold, and then pushing all the way back through. Start to lift your toes, place your hands down, tuck your chin to your chest, and start to come into that hamstring stretch. For 3, 2, 1. Straight back to your start position, hands to your hips, pushing your knee forwards, opening up through the left hip, into that right ankle, pushing all the way back, toes back towards your nose, tucking your chin towards your chest, straight into your hamstring stretch. For 3, 2, 1. Let's go for 1 more here. Hips, feet, hamstrings, all crucial to running. We want to get them recovered and mobilized for your next session. Toes back towards your nose, holding this very last one here. So you're going to tuck the chin in, and if you can, start to sink your hips a little further back. If you can't get the range, just stay up nice and high. We're going to add a bit of a neural floss here. So start to point your toe, lift your chin. Toes back towards your nose, tuck your chin. Lift your chin as you point, so we're mobilizing the nerves as well as the tendons at the back of the leg, and tuck. You've got 2 more here. Very last one. Finishing this last one, we'll come all the way back up into your kneeling position, and all you're going to do here is step your foot slightly further forwards, place your hands on the inside of that right foot, start to drop that right knee out towards the right, so you're opening up towards the right, your arch is lifting, you're rolling out onto that ankle. From here, tuck your toes under at the back, hover off the knee, start to lift that left arm up towards the ceiling, reach and twist, place that palm straight back down, drop the knee, drop that right knee out further, and reach and twist. So mobilizing through the thoracic here, as well as the hips and the glutes. Lifting up that knee, we'll go 1 more each way here. Reach and twist. Dropping that back knee, and reach and twist. Finally here, just pulling that heel a little further across the mat. We're going to go straight into your pigeon stretch here. So you're going to drop down, stretching deep into the hip, square off your pelvis, your palms come forward, start to bend the elbows, drop your nose between your hands. So getting deeper into that right side hip, and slowly lifting up through your chest. Let's go 2 more like this. So we're moving actively, not statically here. We're trying to get a bit of range through the hips, a bit of length through the muscles. Let's go for one more. Finishing this very last one. From here, shaking off your right side leg, lift up your hips, drop through your chest, straight into a happy puppy here, just to release through the shoulders, through that thoracic. Go for a little sway side to side to get that nice active range. For 3, 2, and 1. Standing all the way up onto your knees. We are back at our start position. Roll up through your shoulders. Step your left foot forwards. From here, not too far away, we're going to start with that ankle mobility first of all. Hands to your hips and start to push your left knee all the way over your left toe. And gently back to your start position. So you're getting mobility into the left ankle, you're getting mobility into the right hip. Knee drives forwards, opening up the right side. And then slowly back. And we go again, knee drives forwards. And we'll start to add that little hamstring stretch here as well. So on this next one, we start with the ankle, the hip opener, and then pushing through the heel, toes come back towards your nose as you tuck your chin all the way in, hamstring stretch for 3, 2, 1, we go again. The heel comes down, hands to your hips, drive that knee forwards, foot, ankle, hip mobility. Transferring it straight across to your hamstring stretch, tuck your chin in, toes come back for 3, 2, 1. 2 more just like this. So gradually getting a little further. If your heel starts to lift, you've gone too far. And let's go for one more round here. Pushing that knee all the way over the toe. Ankle stretch here, hip opener. And pulling the toes back towards your nose. We're gonna hold this last one here. You might wanna stay up nice and high, otherwise we're gonna get deeper, so you can sink your tailbone back towards your heel. We're gonna go for that neural floss. So start to tuck your chin in towards your chest, pull your toes back. Lift your chin, point your toes. Toes back, tuck your chin. Lift your chin, point your toe. So you're just mobilizing here through the back of the left leg, particularly through the nerves, which will definitely impact into that lower back. So you want to see if you can start to mobilize this pretty quickly after your session. You're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming all the way back up. You're going to place both of your hands on the inside of that left foot and just step it a little bit further forwards here. So we're going to work into the thoracic, glutes and hip flexors. Tuck the toes under at the back. Let that left knee drop out towards the left to get into the glute. So the arch of the foot lifts. From here, pushing through your palms, straighten through that leg. And then from here, start to lift and twist, right arm reach. Place that palm straight back down. From here, drop that knee. Keep that knee pointing out, and then that right arm reach and twist. And we've got one more here of each. So you lift the knee, right arm reach and twist. Drop the knee, last one here. Right arm reach and twist. And from this position here, all you need to do is tuck your toes under at the back. Whip that left foot across, gently falling all the way down, deepening that stretch into the left glute into your pigeon position. Your palms come forward, your fingertips face in. And we have 3 lowers here. Start to slowly lower through your chest, nose between your fingertips. And slowly lift through your chest. 2 to go. Start to lower through your chest. And lift through your chest. Let's go for one more here. So active range through those hips. Finishing off this very last one so you can get your nose a little lower between your fingertips. Straight back up. And then from here, just shaking out that left side leg, widening through those knees, tailbone comes back towards your heels. Stretch your hands forwards and just go for a little sway from side to side. So getting a bit of spinal flexion through your lower back, a bit of traction through the shoulders, and a bit of a sideways stretch as you go from left to right, left to right. You're just here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just like that, you are all the way through. You should feel a little bit looser, a bit more limber through all of the joints, and ready for your next run. I hope you enjoyed your session of Pilates with AB. if you did, I have a whole buffet of sessions below, a free trial which includes over 240 on-demand sessions, live classes, small, short, sharp and snappy little routines to help you run better, improve your posture, prevent injury and perform at your best any time of the day. Give it a go.